JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, woman killed in Manchester crash. The Manchester police have released the identity of an elderly woman who was yesterday killed in a motor vehicle accident on the Greenvale Main Road in Mandeville. Deceased is Ina Whiteley of Wickward District, Huntley in the parish. She's believed to be in her 60s. The police said that about midday, while it was a passenger in a Toyota Probox public passenger vehicle traveling on the Greenvale Main Road when the driver attempted to overtake a truck. The driver lost control of the vehicle and slammed into a median. The occupants of the car were taken to hospital where Whiteley was pronounced dead. 4 other passengers were treated and released. The driver is said to have been admitted. NWA halts works on a section of Southern Coast Highway due to extortionists. The National Works Agency NWA says it has halted activities on a section of the Southern Coast Highway Improvement Project following threats received from what appears to be extortionists who are demanding bi-weekly advances if the project is to continue. The roadworks is being implemented in sections of St. Andrew, St. Thomas and Portland. Over the weekend, the decision was taken to suspend works along the Georgia to Cedar Valley leg of the project. NWA said the demands were made by way of a handwritten letter, neither the source or authors of which were declared. The work site was closed even while critical wall construction and revetment protection works were in progress along sections of the badly deteriorated roadway, a statement from the agency read. The agency noted that the works to be completed along the 15-kilometer-long Georgia to Cedar Valley contract package is very valuable. The roadway is earmarked for extensive reconstruction and improvement, including a new pavement, the upgrading of existing drainage features, and the construction of new ones, including culverts, the installation of shoulders in more rural areas, and new curb and gutter and sidewalks in built-up areas. The matter has been reported to the police, who are carrying out investigations. Alleged child molester apprehended by police. A 40-year-old St. James man who reportedly sexually assaulted a 7-year-old girl and later gave her $120 to keep the incident a secret, was apprehended by the police after being on the run for almost 2 months. The accused was apprehended by members of the Freeport Special Task Force during an operation carried out in Maroon Town in Springmount, St. James yesterday. The police reported that on the day of the incident, the child, who was visiting a relative, was sitting on the veranda of the house when she was approached by the man who she knows. He allegedly held her hand and carried her to the rear of the house, removed her clothing, and molested her before giving her $120 and told her not to tell anyone. As soon as her relative returned to the yard, the young girl reported the matter to her, and she was taken to the police station where a report was made. The man has been in hiding since and managed to elude several police dragnets. One police source said that the man allegedly confessed to committing the act. Robbers hit White House Credit Union. For the second time in less than 7 months, armed robbers posing as customers carried out a daring daylight multi-million-dollar robbery at a financial institution in the community of White House in Westmoreland. The latest incident took place approximately 12:30 Tuesday afternoon at the Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union located along Main Street in the fishing community. Reports by the police are that 6 men entered the credit union, held up the security guard at gunpoint, and stole an estimated 5 million Jamaican dollars in cash. They escaped in 2 motor cars. Superintendent Robert Gordon, commanding officer for Westmoreland, said on Tuesday that the police are on the trail of the gunmen and are hoping to make an early arrest. No one was hurt, but the robbers made off with the guard's firearm and the complete surveillance apparatus, in that they would have taken the VCR setup from the institution, which makes it harder to identify and track them, Gordon said. The Westmoreland Police Commander said that robbers were venturing into small communities and targeting financial institutions and other businesses that have a high cash turnover. While urging the credit union to beef up security operations, Gordon cautioned other financial entities to be on the lookout for thieves posing as customers. He also advised business owners to position their security cameras and the servers in hard-to-reach places. In late July 2020, gunmen pulled off a daylight robbery at the Jane Bank in White House and made off with several $1 million. Earlier this year, armed men posing as customers also went to the Courts Ready Cash outlet in Negril, Westmoreland, and robbed tellers of an undetermined sum. New curfew hours begin tonight. The government has increased the island-wide curfew hours from the current 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. beginning tonight. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in a statement to the House of Representatives yesterday, also announced a reduction in the number of people allowed to gather for any occasion from 15 to 10. The changes will be reviewed after 14 days on February 24. Holness insisted that the curfew has been the most effective tool in restraining contact, but has been the most expensive because of its effect on the economy, as well as the effect on activities outside of curfew hours. He noted that the economy is some 70% services-based, hence any increased period of curfew will affect both commercial and production activities. He said that if there is any improvement in the number of persons affected by COVID-19 within the fortnight, the government will be willing to review the hours of closure. But he added that it would only work if citizens play their part in helping to reduce the positivity of the test. The recent surge could serve as a reminder that the pandemic is not over and we should not let our guard down, Holness argued. Jamaican Embassy in Brazil to close. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, has announced the closure of the Jamaican Embassy in the Federative Republic of Brazil, effective March 1, 2021, as COVID-related budgetary constraints sharpened the ministry's review of its representation overseas. Johnson-Smith advised that, having acknowledged that similar decisions have been taken by Brazil and other countries at this time, our assurance has been given to the government of the Federative Republic of Brazil of continued support and engagement by the government of Jamaica at the bilateral and multilateral levels. Johnson-Smith also underscored that the government remains committed to maintaining its long-standing diplomatic relations with Brazil, which remains an important bilateral partner of Jamaica. The minister said the decision to close the mission was reached after careful consideration of factors, including its exponential operational costs, which are difficult to justify, particularly at this time in light of the minimal consular services requested of it. Johnson-Smith further reminded that she has previously indicated to the Parliament of Jamaica and the country that the ministry has been undertaking an organizational review, which includes that of its representation overseas, to ensure the most effective allocation of its resources. Less than 200 Jamaicans reside in the countries under the purview of the embassy, namely Argentina, Chile, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Requests for consular services are projected to decline further with the current provision of online passport applications. In light of the embassy's closure, the minister has informed of arrangements to continue services as they become necessary. In that regard, we're in the process of appointing an honorary consul in Sao Paulo to undertake consular duties, a statement from Johnson-Smith read. She added that new appointees in Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires, and Montevideo will be engaged to assist with the maintenance of representational duties in the region until further decisions are taken about diplomatic and consular representation in South America. The public is advised that requests for services, which would have been provided by the embassy in Brazil, can also be referred to the headquarters of the Jamaican Foreign Ministry. Jamaica records 207 new COVID cases. 3 elderly males became the latest victims of COVID-19, as Jamaica recorded another 207 new cases of the virus yesterday. This pushes the island's death toll to 362, and the total confirmed cases since the outbreak to 17,908. The recently deceased are a 76-year-old male from St. James, an 87-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, and a 70-year-old male from St. Elizabeth. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health and Wellness said the new cases consist of 85 males and 122 females, with ages ranging from 2 days to 92 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrews 72, St. Catherine 38, Manchester 33, Clarendon 21, St. Elizabeth 11, Portland 7, St. Thomas 7, Hanover 4, St. Mary 4, Trelawney 4, Westmoreland 4, St. Anne 1, and St. James 1. The country also recorded 44 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 12,406. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.